Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Defo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, and welcome everybody to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox, coming to you live today with our monthly remote show from Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in glorious, beautiful Hollywood, Florida. And we're here on State Road 7. Come on out, do some shopping. And Jeff Defo DeForest, welcome back. I hear we have some good news on the home front that Mustang celebrated a birthday, and Skippy's
still with us, yeah.
Still
with us.
Hanging in there.
I thought sure he had drawn his last breath the other night, and he's, I don't know if he went to a Benny Hinn revival or something, but he was up and actually walking around a little bit today, so that was good.
That's good. I don't know what gives restorative powers like that. Maybe he was watching the Inter Miami and Messi revived
it's funny.
him.
He was watching you eat on one of the Lunchbox shows. I think it was the Casa Calabria show yesterday, and they said, you know what?
I'll keep going.
He's revived my spirits, this guy, Mike Mayo.
It's
so you've been an inspiration, even in the animal world.
Oh, that's good to hear. It's kind of like my mom. I mean, every time she goes on the ropes and then she sees me eating, and she sees, I bring back some great leftovers yesterday.
She'd want to be here for this.
Yesterday,
wow.
Casa Calabria, I brought back that beautiful ricotta cheesecake that Chef Salvatore made.
That was all you were managed to salvage from?
Well, I brought a couple of things back, some seafood pasta, but that was yesterday. We keep moving forward. We're like a shark, the great white shark. We keep moving forward and eating anything that is put in front of us. And look at what we got today,
I have to say, you know what? I usually, with Florida lobster tails, you're thinking they're going to be grilled or broiled. Are these steamed? I mean, how are these prepared?
I don't know. We're going to have to get Gene
really
or
good,
Jose or somebody in an official capacity here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market to discuss.
You have a variety of things.
Well, here's what we got in front of us. And Gene always does a tremendous job putting on a beautiful display when we come in here because, even though this is a takeout, grab-and-go seafood, meat, poultry market, they also do things prepared, for platters and catering, and they do a nice job putting things together. So we have a little bit of a mishmash. Okay, I know. Well, this is for you. You're the big
salad?
tuna,
but you
salad
like it
fan.
that way. So
this is their tuna salad,
try and use the
sometimes they. I don't know if this is the straight up one. I like the tuna salad here because sometimes they put a little bit of like curry powder.
Looks good.
And it gives I want you to get a little scoop of, I'll let you take your own cracker. And this will be our appetizer because we're building towards something. And we're building towards.
Very well done here.
It's Florida lobster season.
Some places, you would find in some supermarkets that they don't make their own tuna salad on the spot there. They're just getting it manufactured some central location. So I'm always interested in finding like a really good tuna salad.
If it comes in a tube, that's usually not a good
I think I took too much here on this cracker. What do you think?
I like it because, like I said, they use a little bit of curry powder. It gives it that little bit of extra seasoning and flavor.
Yeah.
You're a traditionalist. I don't know how you feel about curry. But
see, that's the thing. I'm horrendous with raw onions, and that's why I'm not the biggest tuna salad fan because usually there's a lot of onions in it.
No, they do a very nice balanced
I'm
job.
sure it's
they
fine.
Have some
I just
celery.
don't like onions.
They have the tuna. They have the chopped onions. What do you think, Defo?
I really like it.
Helps with the microphone.
The mic's always good, Mr. 45-year radio.
I really like
40-year radio professional.
I forgot I had it up there by my nose.
You're like Nicky Mohan. I was about to grab it.
No, I like the tuna salads that are inundated with onions. Onions make a difference
my wife's
for me in a lot of
way,
dishes.
I know.
My wife hates onions, so anything with an onion in it, even if it came near an onion, she won't eat it.
No, not that bad.
So I always make sure I get it with the onions, so I can have
it to yourself.
But I think life is uninteresting without onions in your food. I mean, would you agree with that, Mr.
I love
Mayo?
onions. I love onions. I love garlic. Now, I don't know if the person that I might be kissing at some point, and for a long time that was nobody, but Sometimes you got to do a little extra scrubbing with the toothbrush and the mouthwash. But yeah, no, give me that. Give me those onions and garlic. I mean, that gives it a flavor bomb. Now, the other thing we have here,
You were talking about this the other day.
and I was mentioning this because people don't
Holidays are
necessarily
coming up.
think of
The
Delaware
tuna
chicken
salad
farm.
is great. Absolutely fantastic.
You like the curry, the
I
hint
do
of
like
curry.
It, yeah.
Okay.
I really do.
What we have here, because Rosh Hashanah and the Jewish High Holy Days are coming up before you know it, it's early September. Actually, evening of Friday, September 15th is the first night of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. I don't know what New Year it's going to be, 57 something. But
it's in the 5,000.
And then there's going to be Yom Kippur coming up 10 days after that. And, of course, everybody for their Rosh Hashanah feast and Yom Kippur, a lot of people love to have both some of the chopped liver. It makes a great appetizer, and they make a great house-made chopped liver here because they have all these chickens on site. So they have plenty of chicken livers. And I'm going to take myself
That's
a little.
all on you.
Yeah, I'm not a big
No,
chocolate
are you
guy.
not even? Oh, my goodness. And they
No.
do it proper with, again, a lot of onions, some chicken schmaltz, and a little bit of chopped egg in here as well.
Can I get an honest answer out of you about something, though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever scalped your Yom Kippur tickets to go to the track while you're downing this chopped liver, Mr. Tribe member?
You got to try that. I mean,
No,
even
there's
people who
no
say they
point.
don't
Yeah,
like
yeah,
liver,
yeah.
it's got a little sweetness to it.
I guess I'll try it.
It's got the
All right,
onions.
man.
I'm always down to try things.
Lubie's ready to try
I ate
anything.
a bug when I was in
Yeah,
Thailand.
for some people, it might be a texture thing. I grew up with it, and this is so much better than some of these store-bought prepared chopped livers you find out there.
What do you got?
Because they're making it with fresh chicken livers right here.
Is that an artichoke?
This
or
is
a
spinach dip.
salad?
This is
Artichoke
cream
and
spinach.
spinach.
That's going to go with the
Is
lobster.
it cream spinach or spinach dip?
Cream spinach, yeah.
I think it looks
Because
like
Gene said it's spinach dip.
Oh, okay. If
These
it's
potatoes.
And
It's
then
not
we
really
got-
warm.
baseball bat potatoes. So all these things you can find for the upcoming weekend, Labor Day weekend. Great time to maybe pick up some seafood and the fresh Florida lobster tails. And we're going to get to that. That's going to be the big
I think you got
showstopper.
to dive in there before they cool
Not
off.
yet. No, we got to get Gene or Jose or somebody on here to discuss this before. We don't want to just be uncouth and dive in because, that's not my style.
Yeah, you never do that.
I would go for it.
And what'd you think of the liver? Did you take a taste?
It's okay. I don't blame them, but I'm not a fan of.
No, the
chopped
correct
liver.
answer is this is the best liver in town.
It probably is great for chopped liver.
Yeah.
We don't
It
lie
really is
here.
good.
I'm honest.
And
I'm not a chopped liver fan. I mean,
Look at me. I'm an old school
Everything
Brooklyn
else is
Jew.
probably
I
amazing.
love my chopped liver. They also make chicken soup, and they sometimes
chicken
have
soup
the
is probably
matzo
great.
ball soups also.
Tuna salad's good
So
enough to
they have
more,
all
yeah.
kinds of.
You
Now
don't
look
have
at
to
this.
send a plate on it,
Defo
yeah.
is a tuna salad, man. You
No,
can
this
eat
is
this
really
stuff even without the crackers.
I mean, if you're going to hold off on a lobster,
I'm going to hold off
have
on
some
the
more of this,
lobster.
yeah.
I'm going to, again, kind of talk a little bit more about Delaware, 4191 North State Road 7, just south of Sterling Road in Hollywood, right across from the Seminole Classic Casino. And we come out here once a month on a Thursday.
What a
And
great place to get your
they set
supplies.
us up, and we got Brenda's out here taking photos, putting us on the socials. Did I send the
she got the link.
she
yes,
got
sir.
the link because they like to share here, which we love.
appreciate it.
Get the Lunchbox brand out there, and we love coming in here because this place is all about old school values, great pricing, great quality. I mean, I was looking around.
You have the Labor Day weekend coming up. I mean, you have to keep
Yeah,
this place in
grilling.
mind,
Are you kidding
or
me?
else you're losing out.
I was looking at the fish case because I gravitate to that.
here you go.
Because I'm naturally a healthy person. Oh, look at this. We've got Gene is coming in with the Maine lobster. We're going to throw that down. Don't forget your mouse, Lubie. We don't want you to lose control. We're going to get rid of your plate.
That's
We're going to bring in
supposed to be
Gene.
Jose.
Gene is looking very dapper today.
Yeah.
I think he's got some new shades.
Tuna salad is outrageous. That is great.
Let's welcome back to the Lunchbox our manager.
All right,
grilling-
Gene, you did it again, kid.
Usually the grilling machine, but today, how are those Florida lobster tails prepared?
We steam them.
Steamed.
And
As
then we-
mentioned on the show.
Let me
we
get
put
you.
some,
Right, there we go. Boom.
Yeah, we put some clarified butter, and we decorate them with a little bit
And
of
this-
lemon wedge.
This is the Florida lobster tail.
That's it.
It is now in season,
They are in season.
and you get them in pretty much all
Every
the
day,
time.
every day.
Can I just pick one up?
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. Do you want to put a blindfold on me and see if I can tell the difference between the Maine and the?
Nah, because if you can't, then we'd have to
Well,
just, finish the show.
I don't know because a lot of people say, "Oh, one is sweeter than the other."
I don't know
This
that I've
looks
had
pretty
Florida
darn
lobster
sweet to
tails,
me.
steamed before.
Mainly, I believe it's a matter of where you're from. Generally, people that are from around here, they love the
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a great way to do
Florida
it. Yeah.
lobster. They tell you it's sweeter, but when they from like
Ooh.
New England and up north,
Ooh, look at that
they
butter.
telling you,
Look at that butter.
oh
The
yeah,
clarified butter dripping.
Mayo,
I
you're
guess
in
really
heaven,
what I
man.
should do is eat one without the butter to see how sweet it is beforehand. So let me put this one off to the side. Going to do things in a very scientific manner. Gene.
hey, this
You know
is
how
you
I
the
roll.
expert, man. Do your thing.
Am I really? We're going
Yes.
to see in a moment. I'm going to close
All
my
right.
eyes. Let's see. Is that, yeah. Man,
This is the way to go. Yeah.
that
This
is
is sweet. This is without the butter.
sweet. It's fresh. You can tell how basically it was swimming around in the Atlantic moments ago.
A couple days ago, yes.
Mm.
This is very, very, very basic. I mean, you just steam him and clarified butter. You have your meal, and we also have all the sides
Did you
you
try
see
that
on the
yet?
table.
Fantastic.
Oh, what do we got? Is that spinach, cream spinach?
That
or
is cream spinach. You could have it cold or you could have it hot.
Mm.
And over here we have some potato wedges.
Yep.
We pressure fry those. And here, this is a
Pressure fried. Is that similar to the broasted chicken? The
that-
same
I
method?
was about to
Let me
mention.
pick up one of these
I
baseball
was about
bats.
to mention
Am I allowed
that.
to dunk it in the butter too?
You could do whatever you want. You're the
Okay.
expert.
I'm sure some people want me to stick this where the sun maybe doesn't shine, but I'm dunking it in the butter. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Anything dunked in butter is going to be
Oh,
good.
all right, let me go back to the
This
beautiful
lobster tail is
Florida
delicious.
lobster tail. Now, look, it's a premium product, kind of like the stone crab.
Yes.
So maybe not an everyday thing, but certainly for Labor Day weekend, that would be a really good treat for the family, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that would be a very nice treat.
Here we
And
go.
then,
I'm
for
going to go in
your
one more time. Look at that.
anniversary or
I don't even have a bib. There we go. No.
your birthday party coming up, you could come in and pick some up, and we'll steam them for you for free.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
That's nicely done. If you could steam it like this,
Mm-hmm.
because to me, I'm all about simplicity. I'm a food minimalist. And when you get a great product like this, you just want to get out of the way.
Yes.
So I know some people grill it or some people, maybe
Bake it.
stuff it or bake it. This to me is the essence of what a Florida lobster tail should be.
Yes.
As nicely prepared as any Florida lobster tail I've ever had. Really, really
Thank
fine.
you.
I like them grilled. I like, different things that people do with it. A lot of people turn these Florida lobsters into lobster bisque, but
I
as a
also have the
presentation
lobster
and
bisque, too.
a taste sensation, steamed, I think this is the first time I've ever had a steamed Florida lobster tail.
Maybe
And
not
it's-
the last.
It's very good. That's just the way I would do it.
It makes me happy. If you do this with a little cream spinach and maybe a couple of these potato wedges or whatever sides that you want out there. I can
Some
even
chopped
see,
liver and some tuna, and you got a meal.
I'm a pasta freak, and we were at Casa Calabria, one of our great sponsors, Italian restaurant up in Fort Lauderdale on Ocean Mile. I could see doing this, having a steamed Florida lobster tail, and on the side having a little bit of maybe like an angel hair or vermicelli pasta with a very light,
Nice.
garlic and
You're
olive
making me
oil
hungry
sauce,
already.
and you kind of have a little bit of, instead of clarified butter, you have the olive oil, garlic sauce, angel hair with a bite of the lobster. That seems like it would be a good
Some
pairing.
garlic bread,
Yeah.
a little side of garlic bread. Sweet.
The sky is the limit when you come here because you could go around and just say, oh, yeah, that's Monday night dinner, the pork chops. Tuesday, we could have a steak, get a little shrimp for a shrimp boil, get a little lobster tail. And then the fish.
Definitely.
The fish today, I was looking at that tuna, that great fresh wild caught tuna,
Mm-hmm.
$19.99 a pound. That's a great value for
And that's what we use to make the tuna salad as well.
Is that
It's
right?
not made
Wow.
out of canned tuna. That's made out of fresh tuna.
wow. And you can taste the difference, right? Defo?
It is fabulous. It really is, Gene. And you can get that by the quarter pound, half a pound,
Yes.
like that.
Yeah, we have it already in a
Already
deli,
made. Okay, great.
Now-
self-serve case. You could come in and just pick it up by
Oh,
yourself,
beautiful.
and you should be good.
Thank you.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and excuse me if I spit because I got a mouthful
You're
of tuna
good.
now.
You're good.
People are used to you by now. Yeah.
Exactly.
Do I recall at one point you have like a deli case with all the salads, like the tuna and the chicken salad? That was its own thing. But now you've freed up that space to get that beautiful Braveheart beef and the Duroc pork products in there. So you get much more of like the butcher shop items there. And now you've put in the grab and go case things like the tuna salad, the fish dip, the coleslaw.
They
Still have the chicken salad going, right? Or
the chicken salad is really, really good. It's made out of our freshly made rotisserie chicken,
Yeah.
which we do every day. And then at the end of the day, we pick the chicken and then turn it into salad.
all right.
So that's what.
Yeah, no, it's all good, and you can just it's so convenient here, and everybody, like you said, if you want something steamed or prepared, they'll do it for you right here.
Yes, sir. We'll do it for you for free if it's steamed, and then if it's a whole lobster, like the main lobster, we just call us ahead of time. We could go ahead and get it steamed for you, and then what you have here.
Yeah, let's talk about our main cousin to the Florida lobster tail.
It's the main cousin, yeah. And then this is the main lobster. Again, we just steam it. And we also have a great product in that seafood cases behind you. It's the seafood stuffing.
So that's the seafood stuffing.
That
a little
is
bit
the
of crab
seafood
meat and
stuffing.
stuff. Oh, look at this. There's
Yeah,
like
it's
look
got
at that,
crab
man.
meat. It's got some scallop. It's got shrimp in there. And it's got some real crab in there.
That's really
So
nice.
That could be used like as a side dish, or you could use it as a stuffing to stuff your Florida lobster tail or the main lobster. And we also, that's what we use to make those crab shell as well.
Yeah, Lubie was looking at that and drooling before the show and saying,
Yes.
"Oh, I could pick up a couple of those,
Same
and that'd be a
thing.
nice
You take
dinner."
that home, and then that's a good appetizer.
All right, we'll have to maybe spotlight that next month or something like that, because those again, you got the crab cakes, you got the stuffed seafood in the crab
stuffed
shell
crab
there,
shells.
and of course you got the spiced blue crabs, garlic blue crabs, which people go crazy for, especially in summertime. They love picking at those blue. A lot of people call them Maryland blues, but they're actually from the local waters,
They're
right?
from the local water of Howlover Beach, all around Florida. So we get them almost every day at the end of the stone crab season, because during the stone crab season, the crab guy, the fisherman, they're more interested in making more money,
Right.
instead of getting blue crabs.
Right.
So they bring in their stone crab. That's
Right.
like triple, quadruple their money. So
Right.
right now there's no stone crab. It's out of
It's
season
the off
now.
season until October 15th.
Almost every day we have a batch of blue crab. You could get them live. We steam them, and we also have spice, like you said, and we got them into garlic crab as well.
So again, before we get into, I'm going to tear apart this main lobster and probably put on a disgusting display,
You
but
need to do something. Yeah.
contrast the two
We
different
should have
lobster tails.
lobster bibs right there. Can you get me one?
Yeah, or a plastic bag. I'll just put
right
it
there
on.
on the
It's all
shelf.
good. But
No. Over there. The lobster bibs.
before we get to that, I want to talk about chopped liver,
Okay.
because it is the Jewish holidays coming up next month, September 15th. The evening of Friday the 15th is the first night of Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year. And I know, you have a large Jewish clientele, and you do prepare things like the chopped liver. And I don't know if you're going to do gefilte fish for the holidays.
Yeah,
or
that's a treat. We do the gefilte
You
fish
can't wear
every
a bib
year.
when you do this. You're going to have to do that.
That's my nice light
As
blue
is.
shirt. I'm going to
Come
ruin
We
it.
got one for you.
I gotta ruin it. Okay, we
Yeah.
got it. We're good. But yeah, I'm sorry. The
Yes.
liver
The
you make,
stuffing, by the way, is delicious. Really, really good.
Thank
everything
you.
here is
Every
delicious.
bite's a little bit different too. Which is
We
fantastic.
try hard
Yeah.
to.
I dropped a little piece in your lunch.
It's okay.
Take that out.
Up.
Yes. So for the Jewish holiday, we're gonna have that. We're definitely gonna have the chopped liver. That's
And
one
again,
item.
made with all the chicken livers from your poultry, the chicken
Fresh
here.
chicken liver from scratch. We
I
don't
was just
get it out of
raving
the
about
can.
it.
And then we
nice
make that
onions and
every
schmaltz
day.
and a
It's-
little bit of egg in there.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, some sautéed onion,
beautiful
some
product.
hot boiled eggs, and then we chop it nicely. We turn it into the chopped liver.
And
And,
again, that's going to be on my holiday table, because again, it's better than any of the local markets that I find. I know there are other supermarkets and kosher stores, but to me, because you're getting it right out of the fresh chickens that are brought in here daily, and they have all the livers and things, and you just make it up. You can taste the difference. I don't know why he grew up in Brooklyn like me, and he's not a
I'm
liver
not a
fan.
chopped liver
He's
guy,
not
yeah.
a chopped
Yeah.
liver guy. He was something.
I mean, I don't know that I've eaten too much of it. I just never was a big fan. We did eat a lot of liver and onions as kids.
and that's
Maybe that was part of the
probably why.
reason. Yeah.
He's just not chopped.
There was
huh?
a time I actually would go to restaurants and order it, thinking it was good, but then I got weaned on other things. So.
All right, I'm going in here and I'm going to do. Is this split already?
It's split. It's already split.
So
Mhm.
I can like get in there
You can
and
pull it.
I'm gonna get rid of the stuffing and I'm gonna try to get a little bit of the main lobster tail. And
Pull
I
that thing apart there,
apologize if I
Mailman.
get you. Here we go. I'm gonna pull it out. It's a very delicate operation. Hopefully, lobster tail won't go flinging all over the store. I'm gonna do a little bit of finger surgery there. There we go.
Nice
Okay.
job there. You did well.
And
All right.
Gene is cracking up. He knows it's like a combat zone situation.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna-
compare the two side by side, huh?
I'm
Pull
gonna
that,
do-
just pull that out of there.
Well, I'm gonna, it's a little bit tricky there. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I've got
You ever seen anything like this?
I'm like tearing it apart like a 3-year-old
Just,
because
pull it
all
out
right.
of there first.
now maybe what needs to be done, and I'll allow this is I'm gonna close my eyes.
This young lady, your jaw is dropping. Watching
I'm gonna
you,
close
do
my
this.
eyes. No, don't move them around. You have to know which is which, and then feed it to me with your fingers. I will deal with that.
Don't be so
Okay.
difficult. Mayo. Just calm down.
I'll do the show.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, now
Try
I'm
and
not gonna know.
concentrate. You got the
You're not
audience
allowed
there,
to see
yeah.
what you're doing.
Now he's going to
Just
put them
close
down.
your
Okay,
eyes
I'm
and
going to
then
close
gonna-
my eyes. He's going to mix it up. It's going to be like pulling the contest entries out of the hat on a Monday.
I think you're gonna,
I
I think
gotta
you're going
do
to be able to pass this one with flying
Uh,
colors.
if
believe
I
that.
don't, I lose my critics card. I mean, that's because
We were saying this
I
morning,
can't wait to see which
it's like
if you're
telling
gonna
a
get it right.
I'm going to cheat by having a little bit of the claw.
It's like telling the difference between
Look at
pea
this.
soup and chicken
and I
noodle
got
soup.
this here. Here's
Okay.
that. How's
So
that?
Lubie has it mixed up.
All right.
You're not supposed to look.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to look. All right. Well, that's a palate cleanser. That's the claw. Here we go.
Close your eyes.
Close your eyes and I'll kiss you.
That's number one.
Tomorrow I'll miss you.
That was number one.
It's sweet.
All right. And
It tastes like lobster. This is number 2.
It looks like lobster too.
I don't think he has any idea, Lubie.
I tell you what, the texture is remarkably similar.
Similar?
The taste is remarkably similar.
Uh-oh. Did you fool him? Did you put the same one down for both?
No, that's the different thing.
I'm going to say number 1 is Florida, number 2 is Maine. But you know what tastes better?
You got it.
Number 1
Yeah, you
by
got
a
it right.
mile.
You got it
Sweeter.
right.
The texture. I mean, I'm astounded, Defo, because you're of the
Uh-huh.
opinion that Maine is sweeter and it's more delicate.
Told you.
Right now, the way this is prepared,
It's similar.
when it comes right down to look, they're both beautiful products. They're both premium products, creatures of the sea that are just unbelievably good. But on a taste test, number 1 wins.
Who was the first guy, though? He had to have some real Anthony Bourdain type of guts to look at a lobster and say, you know what? I think I'm going to eat that thing. Right? It would not be something that, by its very nature, in terms of its outward appearance, that you would think, oh, great, this is going to taste good. Somebody had to either be really desperate or really clever to eat the first lobster. How far back do you think that goes on the Jewish calendar?
That's
So I think it goes back to colonial times. I'm going to make up some food history here, but
Yeah.
you know that lobsters was so plentiful and so cheap on the the New England coastline
Mhm.
back
Yeah.
in the early 1800s. It was considered a poor person's garbage product, and it also was fed to inmates at asylums, at like mental asylums. It was such a cheap
Wow.
and plentiful thing.
wow. I did
Um,
not know that.
And talk about the wrong time to be alive, because it'd be a great time to be crazy if you get put in a
People were pretending
mental
to be crazy just to get in there and eat lobster.
So just go in there and eat lobster.
eat a lot. That's 3 squares of meals if you're going to be giving me some great northeast cold water lobster. Not a bad deal. But then, of course, like everything else, it became marketed as a luxury good, and the people like the Vanderbilts and the Carnegies started eating lobster as a delicacy, and that drove the price up. It drove the demand up, kind of like skirt steak today. Skirt steak used to be the poor man's
Whatever.
cheap cut, right?
Nobody wants, yeah.
And
Right,
now what
man.
happened? I mean,
Very expensive.
it
Almost like a delicacy.
I know, and it became a big point of discussion on the Let's Eat group. And Publix has a certain price, and you guys, it's also priced a little bit. It's I was a little bit surprised. It's
Yeah.
priced higher in most places now, higher than a ribeye steak, the
Oh, yeah.
skirt steak.
Definitely.
And it's just astounding because it used to be also regarded as kind of a throwaway cut that was a little bit chewier and needed more marination and working to tenderize it and stuff like that. But it also is a great cut of meat. I just can't afford it anymore. I'll go with the ribeye. That's it. Are you a fan of the skirt, or I do?
I love ribeye. I love the skirt steaks. My main steak would be a ribeye. Anytime I go out or if I want to eat a steak, I want to eat a ribeye. But the skirt steaks, if you know how to cook it, you don't overcook it. It's so easy and then doesn't take too long. So yeah, I love skirt steaks.
Nah, it's all good, and anything that you can find here in the display cases, whether it's the meat, the beef, the pork, the poultry, the turkeys, the chicken, the sausages, and so many different kinds of sausages. We might have to have a sausage fest next month. Will be towards the end of September, which everybody knows is that's when they actually have Oktoberfest, is at the end of September. A lot of the local pubs and local craft breweries celebrate Oktoberfest starting in mid-September, which is the way they do it in Munich. And so maybe next month, Gene, we'll maybe have a little sausage festival.
We could do that. I think we could do that.
Yeah, and I always like to think ahead because that's how I roll.
You're thinking on the fly today.
I know. I've got some good
Showing
thoughts.
I got that's 2 ideas so far.
Yeah. Well, we'll get some of the stuffed crab for Lubie, and I'll have sausage fest because they used to call me Sausage Boy, and I do look like a sausage at this point, stuffed in a casing. Gene, I can't thank you enough because this is fantastic.
Display, yes.
I noticed always that, like I had a nice Florida lobster tail in front of me and somehow Lubie absconded with it. So I don't know. Oh, is this it again? That was the one I was picking at? Oh, okay. All right.
That was yours.
I'm accusing him unjustly. So, but I got to thank you for putting on this tremendous seafood display. And everybody, it's almost the unofficial ending of summer. Labor Day weekend is coming up a week from this weekend, and no better time to come in and treat yourself, have a good, nice, big holiday cookout festival, get yourself some steaks, sausages, chicken. You could cook up some wings and
fries too.
And then you got to get a little bit of the seafood just to kind of put the feast over the top. Get your great Key West pink shrimp, the Gulf shrimp. Could do a shrimp boil, or better yet, come in and get all these great crabs and lobster products. And again, just steam it up. Have them steam it for you and just go home and eat it on the car ride home, kind of like McDonald's French fries.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way to do it.
Because this is some mighty good stuff. And again, award-winning critic Mike Mayo, not to brag on myself, in a blind taste test, not only identified the lobster, the Florida versus Maine lobster, but I proclaimed the Florida lobster better, sweeter. Overall, this is what you want to be eating this time of year because it's at peak season.
You want to issue the disclaimer that you're being paid by the Florida Lobster Association? Come up with
Florida
that opinion?
Fresh.
We don't fresh from Florida.
Fresh from Florida. We don't have them on board yet, but maybe I could show them this clip and could talk. Maybe get a couple things done because I am now a convert, and I will have to pick up a couple of these and have. Some of my home chefs, I have a couple of them now that can mix and match.
How big are one of these tails if somebody's buying them by the pound?
They vary from 6 ounces all the way to like about 16, 18.
Okay, so you could get yourself
your own,
a modest Florida fresh lobster tail for about, I'd say about $25, $30. Okay,
yeah.
Which again, a delicacy this time of year. I'm all for that. You got to splurge and treat yourself right. And again, there's so much other stuff around here that has such great values. You can mix and match, and you'll be able to feed the whole family. Gene, thanks again.
Gene,
you did again. I'm all kind of sooty. I got butter.
It's
I got
okay.
things.
I'm used to that.
You're the man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
As always, the tuna. Again, tuna salad is good for your breaking the fast for those of people who are of Jewish faith, and when you have the Yom Kippur breaking the fast, and going to have some bagels and whatever. That tuna salad is great. Chopped liver is great for the Jewish holidays, and then everything else for all the other times.
In 4 or 5 visits here, the variety of things that we've been able to come up with, all easy to prepare too. Gene's done a fantastic job with that.
Thank you.
And the highest of quality. So
yeah.
There's a reason the Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market has been in business so long and continues to prosper. and that the people, as we say, if it's worth the schlep, if it's worth the drive from somewhere to get this level of quality and the prices, this is the place to go for sure.
And it's easy to get to from everywhere. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
basically 15 minutes from everywhere. You know,
Yep.
like whether you're downtown
Right.
Fort Lauderdale or you're over on the west side, Davie Plantation. Really easy to get to, and people do come from miles around.
Yeah, we got people coming from all the way from Cold Spring, Plantation, Pembroke Pines, Miramar, Hollywood, Hallandales, you name it, even Aventura. So we have get this customer here. She's from.
She's bashful.
yeah,
That's all right. You're
she-
not on camera, but yeah, she's
coming from where? Homestead.
Homestead.
All the way
Homestead.
from Homestead.
So, yeah,
Congratulations.
yes.
That is beautiful. I
Yeah,
love to
yeah,
see.
Sure.
I love to see that kind of loyalty and dedication, and there's a
Yes.
reason for it. It's
Yeah,
because
for it. Quality,
quality, selection,
Yes.
value, price, service.
I notice she's stocking up.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. If you're gonna drive from Homestead, you gotta
I'm getting
load up
as much as I can. Yeah.
couple
And
of
no,
things.
don't forget to call us about your to order your fish for the Jewish holiday.
Yep.
So we we currently taking orders for the Jewish holiday.
Okay, great.
Call us in, and then we take your order. We may not we may not know yet what kind of fish we're gonna have, but if you place your order, it's gonna do it on the first come first serve basis. So
Okay.
please call us, place your order, so we can take care of you.
And
at the
again,
end of
it's
next month.
to get all the information, it's DelawareChicken.com is the website where you have your weekly specials and daily offerings.
Yes.
DelawareChicken.com. And to make your phone orders, not only just for the Jewish holidays, Thanksgiving. It's not too early to start ordering your Thanksgiving
After
bird.
the Jewish holiday, we're gonna start taking
Okay,
orders.
so
Mhm.
like I said, after the Jewish holidays, you'll start ordering that Thanksgiving bird. It's been a tradition at my house for over 3 decades. I love them. 954-983-6831 is the number to call in for
Yes.
your Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur orders. 954-983-6831. Delaware chicken, seafood, the best. Love it. And Gene, thanks. You're the man. I
Excellent
bow
job.
before you, and we'll be eating lobster for the rest
Enjoy.
of the show.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thanks
We'll
so
see you
much,
next
Gene. Yeah.
month.
All right.
All right.
I'll be around. Thanks.
That's it?
That's it. Well, we could
You're
throw it
leaving?
to break.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to talk about one of our other places, but
Nah,
yeah,
we
we'll
got one
come
of them
back.
is Delaware.
Lobster
Then we'll come
Fest is on here at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market, and it continues in a moment.
Mayo here for Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market. Since 1951, family owned for over 70 years, the home of freshness. I've been a customer for over 3 decades, and it's the place to go for poultry, steaks, meats, and of course, their unbelievable selection of fish and seafood. They've got it all. Key West pink shrimp, grouper, snapper, lobster, and of course, Florida stone crab claws of all sizes. Don't forget their famous fish dip and a full selection of prepared foods. It's located at 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, just across from the Seminole Classic Casino. Owner Doug Carter and crew will take great care of you. Make sure to check out their weekly specials and daily catch online at DelawareChicken.com. Quality, value, freshness, that's the Delaware way. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Do you like pizza? Who doesn't like pizza? Well, my spot for pizza is the Pizza Spot. It's in that little bit hard to find Riverside Park neighborhood of Fort Lauderdale, but it's totally easy to love. It's at 601 Southwest 12th Avenue, New Haven style, a pizza from Wade and Reese. It's a lovely outdoor spot. You could also pick up pies to go at 754-779-7788, 754-779-7788. Again, they're open every day but Monday for lunch and dinner. Some of the best pizza I've ever had. Go to Pizza Spot. They also have subs, salads, and more. Tell them the Gambling Gourmet sent you. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, that's my spot. It's upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Beach Cafe. It's a South Florida landmark, and it's one happy restaurant right on the water. Tables literally on the beach. a place where you could dip your toes in the sand, kick back, relax with island vibes, tropical drinks, and live music daily. You know it. It's at One Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea. And of course, it has Chef Chris Nealon and his famed Caribbean Floridian cuisine with a huge menu with something for everyone: seafood, raw bar, conch fritters, burgers, sandwiches, salads, deli specials, and of course, that famous Bimini bread. They've got a great staff that'll take great care of you. There's something to celebrate every day, open 7 days until late, parking available on site, happy hour weekdays 4 to 7 p.m. Go check out more at arubabeachcafe.com. Better yet, go in there yourself at Aruba Beach Cafe. Good food, drinks, friends, and laughter are always the catch of the day. When people come to me and say, Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox, Mayo, and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course, the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox, Mayo, and Defo sent you. All right, we're back at Delaware Chicken Farm and Seafood Market in Hollywood, our monthly visit. And boy, how lucky are we?
I'm stuffed already. I had one of those Florida lobster tails, delicious. And I'll give you a little bit of credit here, Mike Mayo.
Just
I don't
a little
like to do that. Well, the difference was not as substantial as I thought it was going to be. Still easily identifiable, the Maine lobster tail versus the Florida. But in terms of quality, taste, you could easily substitute one for the other.
I gave the nod just on
I never would have thought
a little
that,
bit
honestly.
sweeter.
Yeah.
I'm tasting maybe a little
Texture's
bit
different.
Just a little sweeter was the Florida lobster tail. Is a terrific thing.
Yeah.
We had Gene in. He was magnificent with the broiling today. And now we've got, with his fisherman boots and everything on, we've got Jose, the seafood manager here at Delaware.
He looks the part.
Excuse my greasy, buttery paws, but always good to see you, Jose.
How are you, my friend?
How's everything going?
Good.
How can I complain? I just did a taste test of Florida versus Maine lobster that was so expertly prepared here that everybody can come in and buy and also get it steamed to go. And I proclaimed the Florida lobster sweeter and better than the Maine lobster at this point.
At this point, if you ask that somebody from Maine, they're going to tell you something else.
Those maniacs are going to throw blueberry pie at me if I said
you
that.
got that right.
But there is substantially more meat with the Florida lobster tail than you would get out of a lobster tail from a Maine lobster.
You do.
Yeah.
You get a better percentage. The only difference is that you got the claws. So
Right.
once you put it together,
and the body. Some people love picking apart the body and taking the legs and you suck it all out. And then the claws also have more meat. But you're right. For people who are lazy, and again, this is why people buy. That's
me.
It's same thing with stone crabs. Some people, I buy the mediums because you get the best yield, and I think sometimes it's also a little bit sweeter, but it's more work. Some people love just buying the colossal, and it's like boom, all you get is one big stone crab claw.
You have your dinner.
Same thing with the Florida lobster tail, where it's just a nice tail packed full of meat and really sweet, well-prepared meat. If it's steamed like this to me was like a perfect preparation because it's so simple and you get really the flavor and the sweetness and the freshness of the lobster tail shines.
That would be the best thing. It's just to steam and put it with butter. The flavor, the lobster itself has a flavor. So it's not a need to add up some.
People grill them. They put all kinds of seasoning on them. Not that it's bad that way.
That's not bad.
Well, butter makes everything better. That's the old chef's thing. Especially when they see the critic is in the house, they say melt another 2 sticks of butter and pour it on everything. But this on its own, it's very sweet. But when you dunk it in a little bit of the butter, and maybe if you have a little bit of the lemon, and you get a little bit of the
It
citrus.
didn't take
zest.
you long to go back to your usual practices.
Oh,
and
did I do that?
All of a sudden, your hands in the butter.
Oh, my God.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was so
I forgot.
subconscious. I was so on my best behavior. I used the knife and the fork and everything. But come on, lobster is finger food. You got to pick it up and get a little slap. Oh, Lubie, what do you know from nothing? You don't need any chopped liver.
You don't need chocolate.
At what restaurant is lobster considered finger food?
The restaurant
Critic,
that I opened. Now I got a mouthful of lobster. Defo, why don't you ask Jose about the tuna salad, because it's so good.
No, I think it's great. I don't know that we haven't answered most of the questions about the tuna salad there, but you know, I mean, people are always interested what's coming in. You know, the
What's
the
coming
freshest
in?
of fish. No, am I not mistaken? Grouper, would that be like
Grouper,
popular now? Yeah.
like right now, like the Los Tateos it just came in season,
Yeah.
so that's like the prime of the house. You got some pompano coming in. Actually, pompano, Florida pompano is coming in
That's
tomorrow.
a fish that you used to see on menus all the
all
time,
the
and you
time.
don't see it anymore.
And it had gotten more tight, and the catches and everything else. So I got one of the commercial guys. Is the reason I wasn't here early. Is I got one of the commercial guys coming in tomorrow with some pompano. More groupers coming in tomorrow.
You
And
get
the,
tile fish in the summertime?
in the
Tilefish?
wintertime.
Oh, wintertime.
So
okay.
wintertime tilefish starts on January 1st, finish May 1st. So grouper opens May 1st
Right.
and finish December 31st.
Now, I'm looking at the whole fish over there in the case, and obviously you've got local product like the hawkfish snapper, which is beautiful, right?
Hawk snapper, like it's been really tight these days.
Oh, it's tight.
It's with the new regulations, and they get less harvests, so the prices have jumped. Very, very stiff prices.
But you know what's reasonable, and this is something that's not from local waters, but I was surprised to see, beautiful branzino from the Mediterranean. It's a Spanish product,
they
I
come in
see.
Spanish. It can be coming from Greece, Spain, or Italy.
Okay.
And right now we get it from Spain.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I didn't realize that you have Mediterranean, because I thought, aren't they doing some like locally or in domestically farmed branzino in some lakes, or maybe I'm making that up.
No. They're actually making them in. They're doing it in New York.
Yeah,
but pretty
that's
much
different.
all the
Mediterranean.
production stays in New York. They got so much demand that everything stays over there. So it hasn't opened up in the market.
Okay, so you're still getting the Mediterranean stuff, which is fantastic and reasonably priced at $11.99 a pound. When I saw that, and those are beautiful whole fish, and you could grill that up and make a.
They let themselves cook very well. The oily fish, so you can't
overcook it.
You can't overcook them,
right?
And it's amazing when they cook it in the salt, like when they cover with
the
the
salt. Baked, yeah,
it's amazing because of the oily.
Mm-hmm.
It is amazing. And
have you ever done that, or your dad? When
Yeah,
did
I've
the
done that
salt
with the
baked fish?
salt covered. Gone to some Italian restaurants where they do that, and actually, your favorite spot, Atlantic City. There's a restaurant that was known for that, and always delicious. Just melts in your mouth.
It melts,
Absolutely
and it's
fantastic.
an easy recipe, and flavor is unbelievable.
Yeah, I like it packed into salt. That's a great way to prepare it.
With the tuna salad, I'm pretty sure Gene told you, but we do use real tuna. It's not
right.
Not,
He was saying
it's
that's unique. Yeah.
Yeah,
from
we
the
use the real
excess.
tuna. We actually steam the tuna, and we make it here. We make it pretty
And
much.
I know we've talked about it already, Defo, but I think it's worthy of repeating how good it is. And they put that little curry powder
Delicious,
in it,
yeah.
and it gives that little zing along with the onions that you love. I forgot how much I like that tuna salad. It would even make me put it on a roll and have a tuna salad sandwich for lunch.
May even put it in there and have a huggy.
Yeah.
Great.
We have a big debate because I said tuna salad subs are, but with this tuna salad, but again, you see with the cracker, you get the crunch. You gotta have the crunch.
You're so sick. You really are. If it isn't your way, it's the highway. Which a lot of people like it on bread. That's for sure.
Hey, I think we need to mention again that those who are looking for particular some fish or like a carp or whatever for the Jewish holidays, they can order in advance.
They can order in advance. The fish is still swimming. That's
Yeah.
just the bottom line. They're coming around. I spoke with a couple of the northern fishermen and like the companies, and we should be available to get them.
Okay.
It's
But
just
just
like
call-
one day at a time.
Call in advance, give it a
And
little
place
bit of
your order.
notice, and they should be able to take care of all your special requests.
We'll do our best. We're going to try really hard for
Yeah.
that with every single holiday.
He's got his boots on. He's ready to get out there in the
I
ocean
like
and
it,
wade
yeah.
in with the little fishing pole.
You know,
and try
when,
to
when
pick
you
up-
walk by the delivery door there, you almost feel like you're at the port. It's fantastic. And then, you got guys out there with their fishing boots still on. And, tough to catch one here on 441.
441, yes.
Not your usual hotspot for, stopping and trolling.
It's all good. Hey, you know what I love about coming in here and doing the show, besides being fed lobster and stone crab and shrimp?
We're getting there. We're getting to the start. We're
It's
getting
going to
there.
be a couple of months. I can't believe it. We're already back to almost the end of the year.
We're
and
already talking about
Thanksgiving.
stone crab, so we're getting there.
But what I love is being inside now and getting the full vibe of people coming in during lunch hour and picking up all their supply. I mean, this place is always bustling, and I see smiles, I see happy faces.
You see a lot of the regulars coming in. I just had a lady yesterday return from Georgia, and the first stop, she's like, I'm back home. I'm back. I was like, still the same family. It's we're here. We don't go anywhere. And she was happy. I mean, she was happy.
That's good, because usually Defo, his first stop is across the street at the slot machine, and if he hits something, then he's in here the second stop.
Usually broke, hoping that they take credit cards. Yeah.
They
Which
do.
they
One
do,
day at a
yeah.
time. One day at a time.
They take
Oh,
Bitcoin,
good.
I think, to serve their customers. They're great.
All good. All right, Jose, anything else that you wanted to add, and any other kind of big things coming or other specials of the week that people should know about?
Right now, we got a lot of the yellowtails is coming back tomorrow. It's like the commercial guys. I wasn't here earlier, just busy with trying to work out with the commercial guys and the companies, what time to be here and everything else. But, it's a daily fight to get the freshest fish in the house.
And that's the thing. Jose is here working for you every day, and the struggle is real, because in order to get that fresh product, I mean, I assume sometimes you just say no, that's not up to grade, or
It happens that sometimes the commercial guys making mistakes. They don't carry enough ice in the boats. They'll beat up the fish too much because of the quantities, and you have to look at them. It's like, I know you work hard, but it's not what is going in my store. So
Wow.
unfortunately, it's not that they come out of the waters. I mean, they handle the fish right, and
he's like the Gordon Ramsay of fishmongers. He'll throw the fish back at you. Get this crap out of me.
Like
You
that
have to
Seattle
do it,
seafood market. Yeah,
and sometimes I feel bad for the guys because they work hard for it.
Yeah.
But
But there's
unfortunately,
certain standards you
yes.
have to maintain, and you do a great job of maintaining them. I mean, I've mentioned before about Michelle. I have Sunday supper over there with my daughter, and she's in here usually every weekend picking up some stuff, or sometimes she'll send me. We're picking up some of the great fish and the shrimp for a shrimp boil, and everything is always impeccable. So it's
I appreciate
doing
it.
a great job.
We try really hard every day.
Great job. And you can see that, as Mike mentioned, the customer is very satisfied, all happy, smiling faces.
Yeah, and they're actually happy to see the show live.
Oh, yeah,
into the
it gives
store,
us sense.
working on it.
And I'm glad that we could get inside, not just because of the air conditioning, but for
the air conditioning is number one.
But being in here, you really get a sense of the place. You see all the great fresh fish behind me, that tuna, the grouper. It's all beautiful stuff. Come on in here, 4191 North State Road 7 in Hollywood, Delaware. It is worth a drive from anywhere. We have seen people come from Homestead today. You
yes.
have people straight
Palm
off the
Beach,
plane from Georgia.
I got people getting off the plane, renting a car, come here before they actually go down to the Keys to stay for like a week or two. They know, so they actually get the rental car. They come in here, they buy a bunch of foods. Like, we're not going to find them in the Keys, and they take them over there.
Yep,
It's a beautiful thing.
It's amazing.
It's a
amazing.
great
Yeah.
thing. All right, well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you
We'll
so
do it
much,
again
guys.
next month.
Appreciate it.
Again, another home run, my
Thank
friend.
you so much.
Let's take a break, and we'll be back. Well, actually, I'll put in a kind word for the place just down the road from here, Tropical Acres Steakhouse. Talk about
Right down
another
the road from here?
long time.
Oh.
Well, if you go up the road a little bit to Griffin and then turn right, if
Okay.
you go north on
Yeah,
State
you're right.
Road 7,
You're right.
right on Griffin, right past the Big Guitar Hotel.
It is close.
And you'll be a mile away from Tropical Acres, which is another iconic, legendary South Florida institution. The way that Delaware is to seafood markets and poultry, Tropical Acres is to the classic Florida steakhouse. You go in there, they'll take
I
great
sent you
care
something
of
the
you.
other day, and I think
Okay.
it was a cross section of a Tropical Acres prime rib,
Yes.
and it was put up on a site that was featuring the best of cuts of meat,
Okay.
steak something.
Well, all right. It was like
Yeah.
steakcentral.com or
heck was that?
steaklover.com. I didn't know that you sent it. I missed that one, but Tropical Acres is the place to go for a great night out. Go in there. You start off at the bar during happy hour, 4 to 6:30. Half price drinks, all kinds of great light bites. Then you go on into the dining room and you get that remarkable prime rib. You could get the king cut, or you could even add on more ounces if you need that. They also have great filet mignons. They have great rack of lamb. And of course, if you're talking about lobsters, if you're not going to be eating at home and you want a twin Maine lobster special like this, you get that for $39 at Tropical Acres. You get 2 pound and a quarter lobsters along with some side dish like a cream spinach and a salad. $39. It goes on all summer long. Part of the great value that you find every day at Tropical Acres, except Sunday, because they are closed on Sundays. So go in there from Monday through Saturday night. Half price wine Monday and Tuesday, and you've got the loyalty rewards card for every 12 entrees that you buy. You get the 13th one on the house, up to a $35
How many
value.
of those have you redeemed overall?
Over the years, probably maybe
Couple of
10
dozen?
to 20.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I've given some away
All right.
as gifts. But yeah,
Really?
it's a great
you
place.
gave them the punch card?
Yeah, I gave him the completed punch card and say, go, have a freebie on Mayo.
Very nice.
2500 Griffin Road in between the 95 and 441.
Just west of 95.
Just west of 95.
Perfect.
Studio Alley family, they'll take great care of you. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
That is a great place, man. Always a great vibe, good time in there. And that seafood pasta thing that you had
I thought the other night
was
that
absolutely
good.
fantastic.
Good
So
stuff.
they're always creating new things there at Tropical Acres. Worth the drive from anywhere, and just absolutely a phenomenal dining experience each and every time. All right. It's amazing how uncivilized Mayo became in a short period of time today. Lubie is exasperated watching
Why?
you just
Lobster's finger food.
trash the butter with your hand in the butter jar. We'll be back with more, and we'll try and redeem ourselves in terms of the lack of
I'm
sophistication.
going to save some stuffing
In
in
a
the
moment.
lobster for Lubie. That's good.
Want great Italian food in a beautiful beachfront setting? Have I got the place for you? Casa Calabria at the Ocean Manor Resort, 4040 Galt Ocean Drive in Fort Lauderdale. Highly rated across all the restaurant review platforms and totally Mike Mayo's Lunchbox approved. Delicious, authentic Southern Italian food in a cozy dining room overlooking the Atlantic. Live music in the lounge, full bar, and a great wine list. Owner Frank Talrico takes great pride in his family recipes from his native Calabria. Fresh fish and seafood, veal, house-made pastas, and marinara sauces smooth as silk. You gotta try the imported meats and cheeses on the antipasto platters, and don't miss that ricotta gnocchi. Fluffy little pillows straight from heaven. Casa Calabria, open for dinner Tuesday through Sunday, closed on Mondays. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. This August, Visit Lauderdale invites everyone under the sun to indulge in the annual Dine Out Lauderdale promotion. This year's options will be more diverse than ever, with fine dining restaurants, casual eateries, and even your favorite cafes and ice cream parlors part of the mix. From August 1st through 31st, scores of restaurants will be offering multi-course meals at discounted prices starting at just $45 per person. Diners can also enjoy sweets and treats, brunches, happy hour specials, and exclusive culinary experiences. This year's lineup includes 3030 Ocean, Foxy Brown, and Lasso Gaucho in Fort Lauderdale, Even Keel Fish Shack and Aruba Beach Cafe in Lauderdale by the Sea, Cafe Max in Pompano, The Cook and the Cork in Coral Springs, Union Kitchen and Bar in Wilton Manors, and more. Restaurants are being added by the day. For the full Dine Out Lauderdale lineup and all the details, go to dineoutlauderdale.com. It's Mayo for Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6. The early bird special runs from 4:30 to 5:30, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
We're back on the Lunchbox. I have my mouth full again, as usual.
What
and
a
this,
surprise, yeah.
This just in, well, from the New York Times, it says the onboard explosion is the likely cause of the jet that downed the Wagner leader, Yevgeny Prigozhin.
Coincidence, you think?
Boy, what
this guy happened to die in a plane crash shortly after he tried to revolt against Putin?
Who knew that if you go against Putin, that you might end
shocking.
up dead? I think a lot of people already.
So anyway, you guys haven't seen the chat. I've been monitoring it. So Joanne, your requests and questions have not gone unnoticed.
What do we got?
Carp, pike, whitefish, they will have it. They are not a kosher deli or kosher butcher shop.
Market. There's no rabbinical supervision.
But the fish are whole fish that they are wrapped in paper, so they do keep them separate for those that are kosher. So it's as close to kosher as you can get here.
You could always come with your own rabbi.
There you go.
No,
At
that's
Delaware.
not how it works.
And they don't have kosher turkey. And that was the other thing. They do not, Brian and Joanne, they do not, like Joanne did say, they don't have kosher meat, but they will have the Jewish delicacies for the high holidays of pike, carp, and whitefish. They will have them.
Not officially kosher, but I tell you, I can attest to the quality that in terms of the, I mean, they're really beautiful in terms of the way they're treated. And no, I can't designate it kosher, but I could put the Mike Mayo seal of approval on it. Instead of a little K, you could put an MM and put a circle around
Stamp it with a little Jewish star.
Meanwhile, I feel badly for you, Lubie, because
you
said you didn't get to eat anything. So would you like a little
No, your
lobster
hand's
tail?
holding it.
Gross.
I went around and did a survey of 5 different people because you dubbed. And look, I'm married to a woman that had to change my eating style before I even met her parents, so that she wouldn't be embarrassed with me meeting her parents.
They're trying to
and I watch you, and I feel better about myself.
Here you go,
I've
Lubie.
never
This will
heard
gross
someone
you out,
call lobster finger food. Never called it
You're
finger
supposed to
food.
just eat that with your
You eat
fingers.
it with your hands and your fingers, and you pick it up.
No, it's a
And
piece
now-
of meat. It's like eating steak with your fingers, which outside of you, people don't do. I
My
asked 4
God.
different people. No one agreed. They made a face because they saw you sitting here and they felt bad to make fun of you to your face, but no one agreed that it was finger food. No human, because it's a piece of meat.
Now, as far as bizarre combos, have you ever seen anybody combine 2 types of lobster, Florida and Maine, and then follow it up with a little chopped liver for dessert?
Yeah,
No, no
classic.
one's seen anyone do anything.
Classic Mayo.
I can tell you, Joanne, one thing. This lobster certainly ain't kosher.
No.
That's a little Jewish humor there, because
Shellfish
all
is not
shellfish
kosher.
are treif, not kosher
That
at
is
all.
true.
All right.
However, this
Is this how you're going to end it?
no, you mean like
The show.
overeat?
Yeah,
Would just be
yeah.
like leaving Las Vegas, Nick
It
Cage?
could be.
Just
I mean, I feel like
overeat,
how it
chop
was.
liver until you drop. Nice.
Oh my god!
Hey, we got to do
man.
one more spot.
We
Visit
do,
Lauderdale.
we
Dine
do,
out
we do, we
Lauderdale.
do.
Do you want to tell the folks about the great dining promotions going on while I eat this whole mound of liver?
It's phenomenal. I mean, what they're doing, they're giving you a chance to go to some of the finest restaurants, and it's not just high-end foo-foo stuff like Mayo would be recommending. And that's one good thing I will give you credit for. You run the full spectrum. You'll go to the hot dog stand, Coney Island Joe's
Which I think
across
he
the
will
street, and be
be
just
after
as
you.
happy as you would be at, the Catherine
Evelyn's,
or one of these Evelyn's or any of these places. So
Where I'll be next Tuesday too for a little mashup collaboration.
But it is a really good thing. I mean, I remember, any of these type of deals where you can, like the Premier golf card, where you could play golf courses for discounts you otherwise
that's
wouldn't get
great.
on. Here's a chance to go to restaurants for a tremendous discount that you otherwise you wouldn't be able to go to as many for sure, and you may not be able to or inclined to go at all. Now you get a chance to
Who
try
doesn't
some of
want
the
a
best
deal?
places.
Who doesn't want a deal? Like,
Everybody loves a
that's
deal.
weird to me.
And
Like,
that's what you can find. You go on to visit lauderdale.com/dineout or dineoutlauderdale.com. You'll see the whole list, over 100 restaurants and eateries, including Sunday brunch spots, cafes, Jackson's Ice Cream Parlor. Oh, Linda from Jackson's texted me last night. She was thrilled because she's going to be featured along with the Solo Sink, the kitchen sink for one, on NBC6 does a weekly food
great.
segment. And she says, it's all because of you, Mike.
there you go.
You
So-
wield a pretty heavy stick for
You
a
do.
uh,
guy that has no table etiquette whatsoever.
For a guy who eats
Surprising,
spaghetti and lobster with his hands
That's
and
why I'm
fingers.
not sure it's a good idea you're doing the show.
I'm
'cause
going
it
to
becomes
go into
prohibitive about your
Jackson's.
opinion.
I'm going to pick up the ice cream sundae and just start eating it with my hands. But yet, is it fear or respect? They'll still smile
think
and
it's
say
respect.
thank you.
So they're
Because
Hey, you should mention too the ancillary kind of products they have here, the stuff that that you would need to go with a good barbecue or making or preparing this food, the fresh seafood and the poultry and the steaks. Unbelievable stock and supplies.
they have
of
sauces,
really the
they have
best
condiments,
stuff.
they have all kinds of pastas and all kinds of chips and dips. And
Everywhere you look, there's
crackers
something
and,
else. Looks great.
barbecue sauce. I mean, they are fully loaded. It's not a full scale supermarket, but you got everything you need here for a great barbecue, dinner party, anything you need during the weekend, during the week, during holiday celebrations. Come here at Delaware Chicken Seafood. And, of course, Dine Out Lauderdale restaurants. Some of them are going through the end of August, and some of them are going all the way through the end of September.
Nice.
Look online again at dineoutlauderdale.com for the full details. That's going to do it for today.
Yeah,
We're going
good
to be
time,
tomorrow at
Gulfstream.
Gulfstream Park for another eating orgy, gambling orgy, a little bit of drinking, a
Joe
lot of
Beige
fun.
special.
And look, we got through a whole show without talking about Messi and that incredible assist and the rigged games that are every Inter Miami match that somehow they find a way to win. And but that assist, that equalizing goal in the 6 minute of extra time last night to tie it up. And then they exchanged goals in the overtime periods, and then there was a shootout. And miraculously, after making every penalty kick, Inter Miami makes every penalty kick, and the Cincinnati guy shot it right into the Inter Miami goalkeeper. What do you think? Coincidence? Like the
coincidence,
Putin
yeah.
plane
goes
explosion?
down. Bogosian just happens to be on it with 9 other people. That's seems a little odd. And then the fact that this game ended with a ridiculous attempt at a penalty kick. It hit the goalie in the
Sarni.
forehead as he went through his hands.
Sarni and I were texting throughout the match.
It's fixed.
Incredible. And he was watching the
I'll give
English.
you a sports story though that I didn't see any follow up on this, but this morning it's scary to think because you're wondering. Timing is everything in life. Shohei Ohtani, who's going to be the highest priced free agent in history,
Sucks.
does it all.
might need Tommy John surgery. now.
UCL is
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
UCL is really
Oh,
bad.
I missed that. That's a huge
He
story.
tore
Which would
he-
put
he
him out of
ruptured his
action
UCL.
in his free agent year for
That's
at least
bad.
a season. And
That's
who
bad.
knows after that?
All right. Well, to be continued. Intrigue
On the precipice of cashing the biggest
Yeah, I was
ticket in
gonna
say
Major League
500
Baseball
million.
history.
That's unfortunate
Yeah.
for the whole Ohtani family. All right, that's going to do it for today. We'll see you tomorrow at Gulfstream. Thanks to everybody here. Doug Carter, the owner, and all his great crew.
Great guys.
Gene and
Yeah.
Jose. We'll do it again next month with them. And Lobster Fest is available to anybody who wants. Just
Yes.
walk in the door.
Go for the Florida lobster.
And
Steam 'em.
Florida
Have 'em
lobster,
steam 'em.
very tasty.
Yeah.
For Mike Lubie, Lubis, Chef Steve with the Forest, this is Mike Mayo saying, enjoy every lobster roll and enjoy every tuna salad hoagie
Now you're
and
talking.
sandwich.
Now you're talking, Mayo.